Hi. I want to start now. It's my turn to start. Jackson started last time, and it was a big one.
That's fine.
Welcome to the official podcast. I'll go ahead and throw back to an old bit. And here's Jackson with the first topic.
Oh, you got me at a bad time. I'm drinking energy drink. I never drink energy drinks. This is awful. How do people drink this?
Well, wait, hang on.
How do people drink
moved. We moved when we recorded the show so you could get more sleep. Are you all right?
Yeah, I got a lot of sleep. And then I just woke up 20 minutes ago. So that is a lot of sleep. I needed an
slamming a Red Bull.
Yeah, no, it's V. Do you guys have V?
V.
I don't know.
Yeah, V. I think that might be an Australian energy drink. Well, we have Red Bull and shit like that, but yeah, most people over here seem to drink V or Monster.
I just looked up V. It's from New Zealand, so we actually probably don't have that.
Yeah, it's awful. But it's not just V. Like, I've tasted Red Bull and shit like that before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how people drink this shit. It tastes like just battery.
I do love Red Bull.
You love Red Bull?
I like Red Bull, but my preference is always gonna be Coke Zero. I don't know why.
You got to find the one you like. Though. You got there's plenty of alternatives these days, Jackson. If you don't like the more soda-y kind of ones, you can get the juice ones that are out there. Those are pretty good.
What just juice with just caffeine in them?
Yeah, they're just energy drinks, but instead of being like poppy, fizzy, sugary soda, they are slightly less sugary, non-fizzy juice. And Monster makes
the ones they sell in like a little shot glass and like gas stations and such, like a teeny tiny bottle.
You can get those, but there's other, like Monster has a pink one, and it's just literally juice. And it's not a soda, or I guess not trying to be a soda. And, you know, some people like those while they don't like the regular ones. You got to find your flavor. You got to find which one clicks with you.
Do you drink energy drinks? Or
I do. If you happen to go to gamersubs.gg/hugbees, you can get 10% off your... That's a real sponsorship, by the way. So, speaking out of turn, I do drink Gamersubs. I am sponsored by them. But if you want a more honest take that's not paying me money... I used to drink like every Monster Ultra for years and years and years. Silver, orange, red, blue, all of them. I really loved Monster Ultras, so I just clicked with that. My girlfriend loves the Monster Juice. That's why I'm recommending it to you. The pink one. It's just
Monster Juice.
I think that's the actual name, Monster Juice.
She's just talking about erotica.
Yeah,
drink related.
I think you'll find one, man. There's so many brands these days. They're the hot fucking thing in food. So you should probably be able to find something you like with caffeine.
It does seem like literally everyone drinks energy drinks now. Which is that speaking to like low energy society? Everyone's just exhausted and needs energy drinks to exist at this point, or like what?
Culture's definitely a part of it, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like most people chug it before going to work in the morning. Like they need it to get through the first few hours of work, which is a sad idea. Does Coke count as an energy drink? Because it's got caffeine in it.
It should, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should, but it doesn't.
Most people don't. Like you go to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant and you just have a Coke with dinner and it's like nothing. But if you go to a restaurant and try to get a Monster with dinner, it's kind of like an upcharge, and some people might be like, "Oh wow," you know what I mean?
I would assume there's got to be a difference, right, between just soda and energy drink. Because even though Coke has caffeine in it, like these energy drinks probably have a bunch of other
caffeine
shit in them.
level as well, I would say.
Caffeine, taurine, they pack a bunch of stuff in it. But Coke actually, surprisingly, it doesn't have that much caffeine in it. Like I think,
I was going to say, it really doesn't give me that much of an effect.
A cup of green tea. Yeah.
You're totally right. So I just looked it up. Coke has an average of about 34 milligrams of caffeine, which, that's like a cup of green tea. That's really a lot less than I thought.
Is that per serving?
That is.
Yeah, per can.
That is per can.
I actually have a can right here.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Okay, so the per serving for this V is 156 milligrams of caffeine.
We found why it's an energy drink. That's the actual difference. There it is. Science works again.
Yeah.
Well, they put that in the pre-workout supplements too now. The I forget what brand it is, but I had a friend who would Brady actually would slam those fucking things, and he double scooped it once.
Oh no!
Instead of just drinking one scoop, which I think was equal to like 700 milligrams of caffeine or something like that. And he thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept feeling a sense of doom.
He should have.
he should have, dude. 400 milligrams. 400 milligrams a day. I did a lot of research on this because I used to have horrible anxiety, but I couldn't stop drinking energy drinks. 400 milligrams a day is the recommended safe tolerance level. Like if you have 400 a day or less, you're fine. Everything should be okay. If he did 700 in one day, that's almost double that. He absolutely should have gone to the hospital or something.
Maybe, wait, just going back, you had terrible anxiety, but you couldn't stop drinking energy drinks all day. Do you think maybe those were connected?
I don't want to address these baseless accusations, Jackson. I want to stick to the questions on the sheet, okay? No, it definitely was. It definitely was. I had to find a balance where, you know, if I drank too much, I'd just be in a horrible place. But if I didn't drink any, I'd be too tired to do things. And I like doing things.
My understanding is like energy drinks, when you reach those like levels of 400 milligrams or whatever, you get like super jittery and your heart starts beating fast. Maybe that was just
I freaking hate that feeling.
What you're perceiving as anxiety.
We've all been there where you've had too much coffee and you feel that wiry, like unease. The like jumpiness and the unease.
That's why I don't drink energy drinks usually, is because I hate that like itchy feeling over your skin where it's like everything is sensitive.
The one that I like though, and I don't like when I do it, but I at least accept it, is when you keep going and do a little more and your whole skin is like buzzing. Like you feel like you have like a Super Saiyan aura irradiating around you. You know what I mean? I like it. I think it's rad.
Well, that's the okay. So
I feel radioactive.
We no longer buy it, but there was a brand of pre-workout supplements that I used to drink in the morning because it does perk you up, and it made me all tingly. And I looked on the packaging and it said, hey, this is a normal side effect, by the way, because of whatever the hell we put in it, some chemical. Your skin is going to be very tingly and you're going to be tingly all over. And I just looked at it like, this cannot be good for you.
Yep.
There's absolutely no way that I'm not killing myself right now in my liver.
Imagine any other product going onto the market with the site, like a label on the front that says, hey, this will cause you to start feeling like you're exploding from the inside out. Like you're tingling everywhere. It'll make you feel radioactive.
Mind. It's like a fucking drug commercial. Yeah. May cause mind explosion, heart palpitation, extreme speed brain, like just horrible shit.
Yeah, I found that it's C4 Ultimate, and it always used to make me very, very tingly.
C4 is a high caffeine, specifically energy brand. They, I think, start at like 300 milligrams of caffeine. That'll fuck you up for sure.
Do you find that it actually leads to a better workout?
I usually do, I would say.
It does wake you up for sure. Yeah. But also there are just such better alternatives. Like a lot of people don't really get this, but coffee is actually kind of good for you. If you drink it black, it has caffeine. It is healthy for you, actually. Coffee. It has been shown over and over in studies that coffee consumption leads to a longer lifespan and such.
I'm not a coffee drinker. What is black coffee? That's just coffee.
African-American coffee, Jackson, if you want to.
If I want to be.
If you just want to be polite, with the times. Not an old man, if you will.
It's coffee made by an African person.
If you okay, hang on. Oh man! I mean, black coffee is just coffee. From what Kaya, unless it has a better definition,
it's just the beans. It's like an extra strength, like shot.
It is literally just the bean. I mean, you are actually, just drinking the bean of a flour. It's good for you. It promotes autophagy. It's sorry.
No, it's okay. Non-black coffee would be if you put like milk or cream or sugar in it, whereas black just means just the coffee, nothing added, I believe.
Yeah, so it's the same concept as like black tea then.
Yeah.
You don't have like
green tea is just green tea, it's not green anymore if you put stuff in it, but same idea.
So what's your favorite type of coffee then? Is it black coffee? Because I would imagine if you like coffee, then you want just the rawest, purest taste of coffee, which would be black coffee, right?
I have a whole book on coffee, bro. Like I genuinely love coffee.
You wrote a book?
Yeah.
I have a book.
Oh. I thought you were announcing you wrote a book on coffee.
Oh, he's showing it off on
maybe
on
one
camera.
Day.
Wait,
can you guys even see it?
The World Atlas of Coffee.
Yeah, it is a very fun book. Highly recommend it. It teaches you about where coffee comes from and how people have been farming it.
I know where it comes from. It comes from beans. I'm not stupid, Kaya. I'm just asking. I don't need a fucking book to tell me where it comes from.
That's the only page. There's one page in the book and it says it comes from beans. The end. Oh, man.
It's a plant, stupid.
Here's a picture of it, dipshit. It's on the cover. I'm with you there, though, Kaya. My secret, my little trick, how I keep the Hulk angry is I drink coffee in the morning and energy drinks later on throughout my day. I get fucking blasted.
Yeah, they call that a boy breakfast. Black coffee boy.
I like to call it a man's meal if we could just, not split hairs. But no, I'm totally with you. When I wake up, when I first get up in the morning, I obviously want caffeine. I want to get up, I want to perk up, start my day. But I can't do it with an energy drink. I just feel like that'd be just so whereas with coffee, it's
this is
nice.
Awful.
It's nice. It feels like your whole body kind of levels up with coffee, whereas with an energy drink you're just trying to fucking speed your mind through everything, whereas coffee's just
also I cannot
coffee's distinguished. I feel like you have that same like Mad Men effect where like they always look cool in that show drinking coffee and drinking like straight liquor and stuff and smoking first thing when they wake up in their nice tailored suits. It's like that effect. You wake up and have a nice coffee and you feel like a distinguished businessman.
You cheat on your wife. It's all the good signs of a businessman.
Whereas I'm waking up and I'm drinking V and I feel like a degenerate who belongs on the streets.
Well, plus I just cannot. You brought up Mad Men, but I always just think back to Boogie waking up and drinking the Mountain Dew first thing after taking off his CPAP mask, and that's how I feel now. Like we have cans of Coke in the fridge, my wife and I look at it like, no, too early. Don't be a Boogie. You can't be doing this.
Yeah, that gamer mentality, just gross. But coffee, nah, we'll take a nice coffee.
You know what's weird about Coke? Have they changed their formula in the last few years? Because I'm going off it, which is weird because I've been a big Coke man.
Didn't they put literal Coke in it in the very beginning?
At the very beginning of its lifespan, they did.
Yeah, but that would have stopped in like the 50s.
That's been outlawed since like 1892, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but
are
the
you
actual
asking
formula
if they changed in like the last 10 years?
Yeah, I don't think they have. I think I've changed.
No, they may have, Jackson. There is the corn syrup or sugar discrepancy around the world, and I think they were switching to corn syrup everywhere, whereas a lot of regions always had natural sugar Coke. Like Mexican Coke, if you've heard of that for a while, was an import we had in America, and the whole point was, look, real sugar, not corn syrup.
So corn syrup's the bad version.
I guess, or the different one, whatever it may be. Maybe you got that now. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, regardless, like I still drink Coke, but I'll never finish a can. I'll have maybe like a quarter of a can, and then I'll stop drinking it. And I usually just have it with like dinner, just like with food, and that's it. I don't even know what the point of drinking it is now because I clearly don't enjoy it enough to finish it. It's just like actual habit and addiction at this point.
You're becoming a man now, Jackson. You don't want a boys drink breakfast. Well, wait, hang on.
So I'm yeah. So what? I'm going to just drink coffee with my dinners now.
Coffee with your Coke,
to be a man,
if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, coffee mixed with Coke. That sounds great. Love
it.
You. Well, I mean, I've done it before. I don't judge you. I'm pretty sure they sell that too.
Jackson, when you go to Japan, you need to do me a very big favor. There is a canned coffee brand there called Boss Coffee.
Yeah, we have that here, I think.
Yeah, we have. It's on Amazon. It's been imported all over the world now because it got really popular since COVID. Fans of this podcast have probably seen me drinking it during our episodes on camera. I think it's super good for just, you put it in the fridge, drink a nice cold brew coffee, pull it out. I like it. I personally enjoy it. I'm going to recommend you try it while you're there if you haven't had it, because it's fucking everywhere in Japan. You can't walk a block without seeing it.
But it's cold.
I like cold coffee.
If it's in the fridge. That's...
Cold coffee is good.
Cold coffee is good.
Okay.
Just try it. You'll be walking the streets, you'll see a vending machine, you'll go, maybe later. And then you'll walk 3 steps and see another vending machine and go, I don't know. And then you'll turn around and there's another vending machine behind you. On that one, I want you to just pull out your 100 yen coin or 200 and pop it in and just try a can. They have like 30 flavors over there. I wish we had them. Try one. I want to know what you think.
I hate coffee though.
we're back to the monster debate. You'll find one you like. They have like 30 different kinds, and you'll find one you like. I'm not gonna spend my
entire Japan trip trying fucking coffee that I hate.
That is what I did, unironically, and I loved it. I tried. You would not believe. Go ahead, Kaya.
If you're gonna go there, you have to try everything, like different kinds of chips and their drinks and their
all of that. Not every single coffee.
Stuff.
Jackson, I spent half my trip buying snacks at convenience stores and vending machines, eating one bite and going, "This is fucking disgusting," and throwing it away. It's worth it though. It's fun.
Did you get panties?
Yeah. No, I didn't
vending
see.
Machine. Are they real?
They are, but they're like a gimmick. I didn't see any gimmick ones. I only saw real ones.
Panties.
Yeah, I only saw real ones, and I tried so many like energy drinks with anime characters on them, so many snacks with labels I couldn't read. I tried so much, and man, I disliked nearly all of it. Like some of their flavors are just unexplainable. Like not good.
I've heard that like the Japanese convenience stores are like the best food though.
Oh, they're excellent. 7-Eleven in Japan is incredible. It is a lovely place to go. Like the food is unironically good. It's not amazing, but it's like if you get McDonald's here, that's the kind of food they have at 7-Eleven in Japan. It's just super solid and super convenient. I loved it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the convenience store food over here is generally like the lowest form of food.
Not there. Do you have the thing we have in America where there's a Starbucks on every corner or something similar?
Yeah, like in the more populated areas, yeah.
So in America, there's the idea of there's a Starbucks in every corner, and that's literal in a lot of places. You can look on Google Maps and like there's a Starbucks there, and down the street there's one, and then in that shopping center behind it there's one. That in Japan is convenience stores. There's 3 brands. There's Family Mart, Lawson, and 7-Eleven.
Family
Mart, yeah. And
that's cute.
That's cute, yeah. It sounds like straight out of Pokemon.
They're all kind of the same, but they definitely have different vibes. I will say 7-Eleven's the best one, as generic as it is. I think it's better than the other 2. But you will be impossible to find a spot without one of those in your immediate vicinity. You will even see a Lawson directly across the street from a Family Mart, and if you stand in between them and look the other direction, you'll see a 7-Eleven and an iShot. Like, you can't escape them there. You will have the opportunity to try it, no problem.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, we need a coffee vlog.
Yeah, do a coffee vlog for the show. Yeah.
I'll do some vlogs while I'm over there.
Okay, everybody in chat, nag him.
Yeah.
Make it guilt trip Jackson. Everybody guilt trip Jackson. You have to go and you have to vlog yourself drinking coffee from every.
I literally just said I'll do it. Don't nag me. I'll do it. Nagging me will make me not want to do it.
Send him threatening messages and pornographic pictures until he does it. It's the only way he'll do it.
Yeah, DM me for his address and you can threaten him.
Before he even started, I was like, yeah, I'll happily do that. That sounds great. And then Kai's like, send him death threats. That'll convince him.
Just got to be sure it's insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll do that.
Sure. Okay, good.
I was planning on like doing some vlogs over in Japan anyway, like filming some stuff while I'm over there, just for fun. So yeah, I'll do that. That sounds fun. Like the Inner Sanctum trip.
You'll have plenty of time to do that. If you're taking a longer trip than I was, which it seems you are, there's a lot of traveling involved, like walking and trains. Well, you can't film on the train, but there's a lot of opportunity to just film shit while you're walking around because you're walking everywhere in Japan. It's very easy.
Yeah. I mean, so for my trip, I'm starting up in Hokkaido, the northernmost island, and then I think I'm taking a Shinkansen down to Hakodate, and then down to Tokyo, and then over to Kyoto and Osaka, and then back to Tokyo to end.
God damn.
I'm going across the country.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So is there any other country either of you guys like want to visit besides Japan? Like after you're done with Japan?
Greece for me. I would love to visit Greece. Yeah.
Wow.
The Mediterranean. Yeah, absolutely.
Why Greece?
Just a lot of the history is very interesting to me. I really enjoy the vibes and aesthetic there as well. I know they're like over the last decade or whatever, like modern Greece or whatever has kind of been exploding, right? Like didn't they kind of die because all their banks kind of disappeared or went bankrupt?
Yeah.
Their entire economy had to be bailed out. Yeah.
Yeah, by Europe.
I don't think it's probably not a good place to live, but yeah, I would like to visit there and see all the ancient kind of sites and stuff. It's probably cheap to visit as well, if I had to imagine.
Yeah, I wonder what the currency exchange rate is.
$1 billion to nothing, probably. I mean, do they even have money anymore, or do they just trade in like go-to shavings?
Well, unfortunately, they adopted the euro, Jackson, so you're fucked on getting it cheap.
Oh, they've converted?
Yeah, it's pretty much 1-to-1. You're not going to get much of a deal going to Greece like you will with the yen in Japan.
Damn. So if I go over there with like ancient Greek coins, I won't be able to buy anything?
I have 5 septices, and you will accept them.
Do you know Socrates? I heard he lives around here.
We're looking for Socrates.
Socrates.
Good old Bill and Ted. Oh, man. Yeah. Kai, on my end, to answer your question, I really want to go to Scandinavia. Sweden, Finland, Norway. I think that place looks really just, I don't know, magical.
It is very pretty. I've been to Sweden. The people are very, very nice if you're polite.
Yeah, it seems like people are nice. Weather is, cold, but still kind of just peaceful. Lots of interesting places to see. And then for me specifically, Finland and Norway are the capitals of death metal in the world, where they have like more metal bands than people in certain regions. And it's
always been surprising
to see that. You know, I want to check that out. That sounds fun.
It's always been surprising to me, like this very like kind of peaceful and idyllic from like, you know, what I've seen anyway, country, and they produce like the biggest death metal bands and shit like that. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah. I'm curious to check it out.
Cozy. For me, this is going to be out of nowhere, but one time we talked about the Pitcairn Islands, which is the most remote place on Earth that humans have colonized. I'm kind of curious to go there. I'll be honest. They seem to have solved the pedo problem where they had to... I don't know if you guys remember what we talked about this for a while ago, rather. And they had a few corrupt, I guess, local mayors or something on the island they got caught with porn, and they had to build a prison on the island.
Right.
Just to house those people because they literally didn't have a prison. But I think they took care of it. And I've been looking into it.
Or maybe they just got better PR. Maybe the problem's worse and they just know how to package it now.
I don't know, maybe. But I am kind of curious because now in 2024, apparently they do have internet. They have Starlink. So they're not as cut off from the rest of the planet. The hold up, and I told this to my wife, whom I, obviously invited with me, but I said it is a 32-hour boat ride. To the island.
Yeah.
From the closest shore, which is, I don't know if I can survive that without puking and shitting myself and just crying. I don't know, but it does look interesting. It looks like a very pretty place. And apparently they have the world's most expensive honey too, because they are so far from any pollution that they produce the world's most pure honey from their bees. Which is kind of interesting.
Before you go there, I have a question. Have you looked the Pitcairn Islands up and just stared at Google Maps?
Yeah, where it is.
Yes.
Just in the middle of the fucking ocean.
It is in the middle of nowhere.
Not just nowhere. If you look at the map right now, it's surrounded by blue. The nearest landmass is literally like thousands of miles away. It's not good.
I actually can't believe that it exists in that capacity. Like people can live like that so far away from any kind of civilization. Like Kaya said, it's like 32-day boat ride to get there.
Yeah.
32-hour, not day, but still.
Oh, 32-hour. But still, like you can't get off until another boat comes by as well. Like you're just stuck there.
They're taking bookings, dude.
Let's see. So they have a website called visitpitcairn.pn, which is, I guess, their local URL. But yeah, I mean, it just, the Silver Supporter is the ship that I guess every 3 months or so, this thing sails to the Pitcairn Islands with supplies. So, you're not going to have Amazon if you live there. You're not going to have next day delivery.
The ship is probably bigger than the island itself. Like, Jesus Christ.
Let's see. MV Silver Supporter.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did get Amazon, like the drones fly across the ocean to deliver your fucking toothbrush or whatever it is that you buy on Amazon late at night.
Perhaps one day. I am very... it is cool that they do have Starlink now, allegedly, according to...
But that's not cool for a fucking community whose only claim to fame is downloading CP. Like, don't give them internet. Are you kidding me?
But that's me.
Fucking
That wasn't
EMP
all
them.
of them.
EMP them back to the Stone Ages.
Well, that was the funny thing that we talked about back in the day is like, how do you even download porn when you're on this fucking island? Do you smuggle it on a USB drive? How did you even get your hands on this fucking material?
He had to ride a bike to generate the electricity to torrent it over the internet.
It was a community effort. Yeah,
it was a community effort. The guy running the town was like, everyone, listen, I really need the internet for 10 minutes. It's very important. Everyone move this giant turn wheel to power the internet generator. It's a group effort.
I would like to see how internet affects like these kind of rural communities, like long term, or even short term, because I feel like it would be such a culture shock for them if they've gone so much longer than us without internet, and now they're getting it for the first time.
Okay, well, they're not uncontacted savages. This is like some fucking tribe.
Aren't they all people who chose to live there?
They still have contact to the world.
You don't think they're savages when they've been downloading CP? Curious, interesting.
I
think they're savages.
Great.
Oh no, I was about to say I don't think the couple Shirley and Simon Young on this website here are savages, but then again, knowing the name and the connections, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Simon Young, are you kidding me?
No smokers, please. Wow.
On the whole island.
They're kind of picky for a...
Well, no, it makes sense. It makes sense because if you smoke a single cigarette, it covers the entire island in smoke.
That's true, and that was my other concern is, okay, well, like, imagine if you break your leg on this freaking island. Like, what do you do, right? Like, the nearest hospital is 32 hours of a boat ride away. You're kind of just fucked.
I'm sure they've got a doctor there, but like, yeah, if you need a hospital, you're fine.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot if you're having a stroke or a heart attack, you know?
They currently have a population of 67 people, estimated to maybe have grown to about 200 over the years. I hope one of them is a doctor. Your chances of one of them being a doctor ain't great.
How do you live like that in such a small sample size without incest? Like, how do they...
What?
Real quick, before we answer that biting question, a quick word from our sponsors.
Yeah, it's a good time for the ads. Listen, I don't really care what we're talking about in the episode right now because I have to interrupt the episode to talk about something far more important, and that is Fitbod. Fitbod is a fitness app that is going to customize itself in every way imaginable. Each and every workout that Fitbod gets you, each and every progress marker that Fitbod gets you, and each and every goal that Fitbod can get you is going to be customized specifically to you and your body. I use Fitbod for a good while, and I appreciate that when I see an exercise and I go, oh, ooh, who wants to do that? Dips? Yucky. You can simply go into the workout and swap them out for equivalents and other muscular workouts in that range. A lot of flexibility, really lets you do whatever you want to do. It also tracks muscle recovery to avoid burnout, and it will give you a experience that is pretty much the same as hiring a personal trainer, as Fitbod has been crafted by some people in the fitness industry, in the know, if you will. Add Fitbod to your workout essentials. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app for free at fitbod.me/official. Look, go to the gym. Summer may be ending, but that doesn't mean you got to give up the summer bod, you know? It's fitbod.me/official. Be like the official boys. All three of us work out regularly. fitbod.me/official. 25% off your subscription or try it for free at fitbod.me/official. That's a mystery. That's a Sherlock Holmes caliber whoudunit.
Yeah,
how do you not fuck your own daughter?
I see that your island has 10 people here, but you've grown to 40. Curious. And you said you found your sister moderately attractive. Okay.
Because I would think that they're all mostly like at least somewhat related. Like at least half of them are related.
There's tourists that come to this island. Probably.
Yeah, but they're not. It's not like you go there to fuck these people or anything. You're not like showing up to fuck the regulars. Yeah, it's you go there for a trip.
I'm declaring this now. If Jackson's going to do a coffee blog in Japan, Kaya, you have to go to the Pitcairn Islands and vlog it.
Ooh, yeah, you should.
Oh, I mean, I am down if they let me. I don't know.
Yeah,
it seems kind of weird.
You've talked a lot of shit.
Apply.
Yeah, you've talked a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you apply and then they like look you up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't even blame them if they were like, "Fuck you."
Did it even say $200 a person per day to be on the island? Holy shit!
Yes, that was for the Airbnb or something. Yeah, $200 USD per person per day, depending on type, facilities, and location. I mean, this would be so awkward because I assume you have to travel with a lot of cash, right? Because they're not going to have ATMs on the island.
True.
Yeah, you just show up and they rob you,
so
and then you're stuck there with no money.
I mean, you would be stuck on like 5 square feet of land in total with like your robber.
Yeah, I guess you could just steal it back.
I mean, I would be down. Like I said, the thing that gets me is that it does look beautiful. Like all the people aside, all those
islands.
Like, look how beautiful this is.
It is pretty.
Yeah. I want to be in a hammock right by the seaside. This is pretty.
In the Pacific, there's a multitude of those islands with that kind of, aesthetic.
No, he's committed to the Pitcairn Islands. Don't try to change his mind,
far easier
Jackson.
to go with. But I'm just saying that it's like you could find that experience like in an easier, more accessible way easily over here. But if you want the Pitcairn experience, then yeah, obviously you have to go there to be as isolated as possible, surrounded by weirdos who probably resort to incest.
These poor people. I'm sure like 99% of them are just fine people. Everybody just shits on them.
I'm not shitting. You got to do what you got to do to maintain the population size, I guess. So I'm not.
Oh my god, you and your incest.
Jackson's thinking pragmatically. He's sweating over these numbers here.
We're gonna die out. You have to have sex with your sister.
Fellow Pickerians, I urge you, compel you, if you will. Look to your family.
I'm not into incest, but just looking at the stats, right? Like all these porn categories and stuff, it's heavily skewed toward incest. Like I was looking the other day doing research, and I went on to Pornhub and just like sorted by most popular videos. I'm not joking. 7 out of 10 of the top videos of all time are incest related. So there are like it's got to be like the most popular category, which means there's some kind of like
I don't know
societal
why.
inclination.
Are there really that many boys out there who want to fuck their sisters?
And it's disappointing too, because then you later find out they're not actually brother and sister, and it's like, what was the point of this?
I know, yeah. You're not related at all.
I know.
2 porn actors.
You bought into a lie.
I want to see your 23andMe, bitch.
That pizza delivery guy who stuck his dick in the pizza and got it sucked. It's like, yeah, that happened. That makes a lot of sense. She didn't have any money. But here, they're clearly not related. Doesn't make any sense.
She's not stuck in the laundry machine at all.
Oh, she could have gotten out at any time.
My immersion.
Bad writing.
the writing in this part, like I've seen Russo brothers films and stuff by Wes Anderson, and it's just way better than this. It's way more thought out.
I hate those videos, those stuck videos where they're stuck in like the laundry machines, because there's really no earnest effort in getting them out. They tug maybe once or twice and then it's straight to fucking. Like
it's just mean to the woman, you know. They don't even try.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, it is such slop. It is such algorithm slop. It's like the porn equivalent of a Mr. Beast video. Just like, okay, I'm gonna put this here, and she's my sister, and I'm the brother, and we're having incest. Yeah, okay, whatever. Slop. Do you guys want to talk about the Olympics?
Sure.
Yeah, what did you have?
Okie dokie.
There's probably a lot.
So, okay, I'm caught with my pants down. I thought I had this video. Let me cue up this lady real quick while you guys distract everybody.
So are we talking about the shooters first or the...
Yes.
Okay, so the shooters... Kaya, I wanted your opinion on something specifically, and obviously you've got videos and things to queue up. So for those of you out there who don't know, very hard to not know by this point, huge story, but a new world record was set at the Olympic... I don't know, what's the name of the sport? Is it just shooting? Handgun shooting?
I guess so. Cool shooting. I don't know.
You've probably seen it on news and whatnot, but it's a sport where they shoot a handgun at targets, and 2 things of importance happen. Number 1 is a new world record was set by an absolute badass woman. But number 2, the silver medal was taken by a Turkish man who showed up with no...
Well, hold on.
Oh, is he not
Spoiler
Turkish?
Alert. Sorry. Well, let's talk about her first.
One at a time.
Her
Okay,
name is,
sorry. Okay.
Her name is Kim Yeji. and she's from South Korea. And she went viral about a week and a half ago because she, as I have it on screen right here, she shot with her cool cyberpunk looking ass gear, scores the gold, wins, then casually. Look how cool
not even gold, a new world record. Better than just gold.
She's such a main character. She's so
cool.
anime. Oh, damn it, they cropped it out. But she plants the South Korean flag and she does like a little, yeah, that's right, bitch.
Yeah, she casually wins the gold and sets the world record or whatever. Yeah, there's no look of like excitement on her face.
Couldn't give less of a shit about it. Just, I'm done here. I'm going to fucking Arby's now, finally.
Yeah, with her baseball cap all like backwards and stuff. And here's another photo of her, and she also she's such an anime character, I swear to God. She has like a little stuffed animal that she carries around with her that is apparently her daughter's. And she carries it for good luck while shooting. Like, can it get more anime?
Like she's got a fucking like Call of Duty gun charm on her. That's how cool she is.
And keep in mind, these are one-handed shooting competitions, so she's just holding it in the other hand. It's not like it's on her outfit or on her bag. She's literally hanging onto it while blasting targets down the range. It's fucking awesome.
Meanwhile, she's got fucking like headgear on and like telescopes on her eyes that make it look like she's like a expert locksmith or something. Like one of those people.
Yes, that's the other thing for audio listeners is that a lot of these shooters, they wear weird headgear where it's like a little piece of plastic that obscures one of their eyes instead of closing it for some reason. And like a little, I don't know what you call that, like a magnifying glass?
Yeah,
some sort of a thing that helps them focus their eyes.
I believe an eye magnifier to help focus on the target, yeah.
Yeah, so she went viral because she's cool as fuck.
She is.
But then something funny happens. A Turkish man entered the race.
Well, hang on. Let's stick on her. Let's stick on her because there is one point that I learned while looking her up. So something I learned is her going viral for her attitude is not that unusual. What I found out is the committee for this sport has strict rules against celebrating.
Oh.
And it's because since everyone has a gun.
What?
Yeah, every competitor has a gun. They don't want them to be startled and accidentally misfire.
But I didn't think the guns aren't they like electronic or something? They're not actually loaded with bullets.
I'm not sure, but from what I read, they have really strict, like, you can't over celebrate, make too much noise, etc., to not disturb the other competitors, down to like how you enter and exit your booth for shooting.
Okay, well that would make sense.
It is not electronic, by the way. She is shooting something. I don't know if it's like
but I think it's like a
definite projectile.
It's a blank. It's a blank of some kind.
Oh, like a BB gun type thing?
Yeah, but I think it actually is like electronically targeted, like something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
I could be wrong.
For sure. I mean, so for audio listeners, they are not using actual guns. They're using weird toy-looking, I don't know, goofy-ass fucking devices that aren't really guns. Like, you're not going to pull this out in a self-defense situation. I didn't know that. That's interesting. So she was literally not allowed to celebrate.
From what I saw, yeah. I'm trying to find confirmation on this, but I read into a bit on a lot of people talking about the videos, and it was like down to how they walk up to their position and leave and all that. They could get disqualified if they celebrate in the booth. So she's like not allowed to react that much.
You know how with diving, like you're rated out of 10, like there's a panel of judges. Is it similar to that? Like you're rated for how cool you are when you shoot? Like
it's all about fashion and badassery. Yeah. That's the only metric. Yeah.
Yeah. Forget about the shooting. You could like shoot off. You could shoot off target and kill someone in the crowd. But as long as you do it while you look cool as this, you get gold. The guy
who got the former world record did a standing backflip while shooting, and it gave him just immediate world record. But then she came out and just showed she was too cool for backflipping of all things, and they just had to give it to her.
You know what I don't like about this form of shooting? And it could be there's another sport that does this, but I want to see like quick shooting, like from the hip, like cowboy shooting. Yeah, like that.
Like Lucky Luke, Red Kit. Yeah.
You could go to the local cowboy review at the rodeo and see that, Jackson.
No, but I want to see the Olympics doing it. Like they count down from 3. They do 3, 2, 1, draw, and then you pull out your quick shooter. You got 6 bullets, and you need to like eliminate 6.
You just want to watch a duel.
Jackson wants to watch a man die live on television.
Yeah.
Yeah. No follow up. Just yeah.
Yeah, I do.
She looks like an honest to god like anime villain, some sort of like you would expect her to be the bad guy in the new season of Squid Game or something. So
no
she
way.
looks
I
cool
expect
with
her to be the
goggles.
main character. She is main character syndrome. Absolutely.
Whether she's the stoic Mary Sue sidekick or the villain, she definitely speaks the line, "I've analyzed your every move." At some point, that comes out of her mouth without a doubt. I know exactly what you're going to do next. She's that type of character.
It's actually crazy how good South Korea is at like shooting and archery. Like they are so dominant in those categories. Archery especially.
Really?
I don't think they've lost archery in like 10 years or something.
Archery, I believe, is very popular in South Korea in general as well. Just offhand what I've seen. I could be wrong, but I feel like I heard that a long time ago.
When I watched the Tokyo Olympics back in, I think it was 21, they were so fucking dominant in archery. It was insane. And they had the same kind of attitude as well. Like they were just there to do the job. They shot their arrows and then they just stood there and like stoically like just watched what they did basically.
I will also say this. I will say this about her. She is also very conventionally attractive.
This is what Kaya said.
Yeah.
If this woman does not get a like sports modeling contract or like a gear modeling contract or some sort of personality thing, I'd be very surprised. She just broke a world record. She's genuinely attractive. I could see her being a big person, a big sports celebrity.
That's what I told Jackson is she is objectively cool, but also I think if she was like an overweight neckbeard Redditor fat man,
it's like the silver place medalist, you mean?
No, well, he's different because he doesn't have the nerd goggles. Okay, so let's get to him.
Yeah, let's get to him.
She shoots, and then I have a little video here.
Yay.
Because Turkey also entered participants, and this is what he looked like.
DK of Turkey is taking over the internet for showing up to the Olympic pistol competition with no ear protection, special lenses, or anything. Every competitor wears some form of eyewear, special lens, but Yusuf Dikic of Turkey showed up with nothing more than some Warby Parker glasses, hand in pocket, both eyes open.
It's such a funny photo in comparison. Oh my god. Now, Kaya, I want to ask my question I've had for you waiting all week for this episode. Have we finally witnessed the most Turkish man to ever exist?
Yes, you may have. So there's a little bit of misinformation here. He is wearing ear protection. He's just using earplugs.
I was going to say, I get everything else, but like, why not ear protection if it's loud? Like,
yeah, I mean, he is wearing them. So, which also, I assume that's because the guns are real. So whatever they are shooting must be loud. So he is wearing ear protection, but nothing else. And for audio listeners, he looks like the most dad. Like he does not look like an Olympic participant.
If you zoom at the picture, if you show the picture where it's straight on his face, it looks like he's a father in a revenge flick who doesn't want to kill you, but he has to get his daughter back.
He looks like he's just shown up off
like
the plane,
Taken.
Basically. He's not even an Olympic athlete. He's just like walked into the room. Can you go back to that picture of his gun? Yeah, that's cute. Look at the actual gun. I just want to talk about the gun for a second. What is the pressure gauge on the front? Like if you shoot too hard, it explodes or something? What is that?
It has like little switches and gears on it too.
It looks like a flashlight on the bottom for some reason.
That's a flash. No, there's like a red dial and a green on the left. It looks like an actual gauge of some kind.
Like a temperature thing you would stick in a turkey in the oven.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. The guns are goofy
Someone
as
in the
hell.
audience explain to us how these guns work. Like, are they real?
If there's an Olympic athlete or professional in the audience, can you tell us? There should be. At least like
it doesn't. When they shoot the thing, it doesn't look like there's like any recoil either, which makes me think it's not a real gun.
No, they're so casual about it too. Anyway, so he goes viral because he's so freaking casual about it. He's just wearing a shirt, his glasses. He's a cat man. It turns out he has a cat, an orange boy. And everybody started suspecting, okay, did Turkey just like send in an assassin to the Olympics? What's going on? How come?
Yeah, he was meant to kill the South Korean woman, but decided at the last second.
Very strong Turkish energy all over.
Yeah, very strong Turkish energy. And it spawned all sorts of memes because all the other participants, again, came up with these dorky glasses and their gigantic ear protection. And then there's Yusuf Dikic, by the way, his name. The Turkish guy just with his gun, hand in the pocket, Very, very, very endearing and interesting.
He won silver,
There was also
right?
another... I think so. His team did. I don't know if he did.
Before we get to him, a very specific point on why people are asking if he was a hitman is because he specifically shot with both eyes open. So all the other competitors, including the gold medal winner, the glasses block out the other eye to help you aim. But a technique where you use both eyes while aiming is very common in, for example, law enforcement and military. And it's so you can scan your horizon for other targets while firing. And the fact that this guy showed up to the Olympics and got a silver medal while doing that is very, very something to think about.
He looks military.
He has
to me.
apparently been in the military. Well,
that would
Turkey has a
explain it,
conscription army, so if you're male and a Turkish, you have to go to the military. So he does have that background. And here's a short clip of him putting in his ear protection, by the way. Jackson,
for proof
just to
that
make
he
you
has.
happy.
Yeah. Okay,
Wow,
good.
cheater.
Yes.
He's not the hero we thought he was.
And then he's aiming. And it doesn't even look like he's shooting anything.
He
but
does.
I guess
Yeah,
he is.
I think they are real guns. They're just extremely low caliber, so that there's no recoil. It's just
I
about
think they're
the
the largest
projectile.
caliber known to mankind. They're just that strong. It just makes it
That's
look.
Olympic athlete strength on display.
That's the difference. They're so stable.
And then the very adorable thing is that he is a family man. So he was getting interviewed and was talking about his daughter and how much he loves his daughter. And his daughter was like gassing him up and saying, "You can do it, daddy." So it's very, very wholesome.
Wait, are you sure? Are you sure that's not just some? It looks like she's an Olympic gold winner right there, or a silver winner. She's wearing the medal. Maybe he's just a fan.
She's the actual assassin. So anyway, these three guys. So the guy with where's that photo? The dude with the arched back. Him, because he looks so goofy, he looks very cyberpunk, but very fruity, I guess. Yusuf and Kim Yeji, they all go viral in Japan, especially Yusuf. And he goes viral, and in Japan, they refer to him as No Charge Uncle, which is a reference. They are comparing him to a gamer who does not pay for microtransactions, but still dominates everybody on the game.
Yeah.
So his nickname has apparently become No Charge Uncle in Japan, which is kind of endearing.
It's endearing that like you can win silver in this sport without like buying all the other high tech shit and having all the other high tech shit that the other athletes have. It shows to me that like there's nothing to make up for just like raw talent in this sport, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny too that this is the sport that went viral because of this. Like it seems every few Olympics there's a sport that's a standout. Like you had Michael Phelps making swimming a big deal. You had Usain Bolt making running a big deal. It's pretty funny to me that this sport, which would seem relatively low viewership by comparison to the big ones, is now blowing the fuck up just because of its wacky cast of characters this year.
Yeah. It's interesting. I wonder if all the other Olympic shooting events have been the exact same throughout history, but just this time is when it broke through.
Maybe we should institute
meme
a
appeal.
costume policy in the future where everyone has to show up and there's like a style category to this just to make it really interesting.
Olympics.
Oh, thank God. Kaya has on Twitter searched Olympics dick, and I was hoping you'd mention this. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson, have you seen this clip?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, for those who haven't, it is a man pole vaulting. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, pole vaulter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what country this is or what this guy's name is, but he's pole vaulting.
Oh, you'll hear his name soon enough with this performance. Don't worry.
He failed specifically because of his fucking penis being too big. I love how it flops up and down too. It's so cartoonish. Look at it.
So for audio listeners, it's a guy that pole vaults over the pole, but it's caught by his cock and it like goes up and down and like does a cartoon.
Look, the shooter stuff was cool, but this to me is the highlight of the Olympics this year. To compete in the sport and do a good job and literally lose purely because you have a giant dick. It's like it's a win-win. In either scenario,
if you're gonna lose, it's got to be that way, right? That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, is it even a loss at that point? Like, damn, how do you go home home to your relatives and your family, though, like, I'm sorry I disappointed you, Mom, but the whole world saw that I'm big-dicked, I guess.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah, that's
still a W for the family, right?
You don't at all, Kaya, because by the end of that night, he's guaranteed to be sleeping in a random woman's room. Like, there's no way he went home alone that night. No way.
No, they're fucking Olympic athletes. They're fucking every single night.
Oh, that is true. We did talk about that. Okay, so even better, he's fucking other perfect-toned Olympic athletes. He's probably fucking the South Korean shooter.
No, she's married. Don't do that. She's married. She's got a kid.
He's probably fucking the Turkish guy.
He's fucking Yusuf.
Yeah, he's fucking Yusuf. That's. I mean, that's how much of a winner do you have to be in life where this guy either walks home with a medal or the entire world knowing he has a big dick? It's such a great thing to happen to a human being.
Do we know if he did win a medal? Maybe he still won silver, which is even better because he wins silver and he gets to say, "I only lost gold because my cock is too big."
Yeah. I don't think you get to win if you hit the bar. Right?
I think it's a DQ.
Isn't that, like, immediately disqualifying?
But he's maybe he's previous.
Well, who is
his previous father?
Besides big dicked athlete, who actually is he?
We don't know. He's a mystery. He's an enigma.
Who is Mr. Big Dick? Who is Jackson Clarke? Chat, does anybody know his name?
They don't even list his name in a lot of the articles. They just call him pole vaulter with big penis. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Big penis.
Anthony Amirati from France. Anthony Amirati is the man in question.
Amirati, France.
He has been. Oh, we have a new update. We have an update as of earlier yesterday. He has been offered $250,000 to do a spot for an adult website.
That seems low.
Oh my god. Well, how much don't they do? Does Olympic gold medals, do they come with like a cash price or is it just a gold? Just a medal?
I think your country pays you. I think your country pays you generally.
Yeah.
But if you win gold, like you get, you get. It's only small though, from what I know. I think in Australia it's like $20,000 or something.
Well, the Nobel Prize comes with a cash reward, right? It's like $1 million or something that you win if you discover something really cool. So I don't know if the Olympics
Nobel Prize, I believe, is cash. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we talk about how like all of the discussion around the Olympics has nothing to do with the sports at all these days? It's like, look how cool these shooters looked when they did their thing, and then there's like, look at this guy's cock bounce around, and look at the women's volleyball team with their asses out and shit. Like, it's also sexualized.
The women's volleyball team is explicitly always popular for that exact reason.
Like, but why can't it be for the sport? Why? Like, I feel like if I was an athlete in that position, I would be just like
sport.
Me.
Or you're jumping over a pole. Who gives a fuck?
Kaya hit the nail on the head. I don't know how it is in Australia, Jackson, but in America, no one gives a fuck that the Olympics is on. The vast majority of people do not watch it or care. They just really don't care.
No, not at all.
I get not caring. That's fine. But like to then look at these people's accomplishments and be like, just talking about their asses and stuff and taking pictures. Like there was that video that went viral like during the opening of the ceremonies or whatever, where it's like a camera panning around the volleyball team's asses or something, and that was like the most viewed Olympics material. It's like, Jesus Christ, why are we such a world of Kumas where that's what we're talking about instead of the athletic
makes sense though. And I'll pitch a counterpoint, not necessarily saying you're wrong that it's bad, but these are a collection of probably the most conventionally attractive human beings on the planet. There are so many people there that are superbly fit, have great genetics, they're tall, they're handsome, they're competing in contests of strength. So if it's going to happen anywhere where you get highlight reels of look at these hot asses or this guy's giant dick disqualifying him, it's going to happen here, you know?
I get it happening. It just feels overwhelmingly that, as opposed to just like people talking about the sports or like celebrating the accomplishments.
Well, I'm sorry, but the sport is like kind of boring. Like you're jumping over a pole or you're aiming at a thing. I'm sorry.
You're not just jumping over a pole. You're jumping over a pole that's really high up in the air. It's cool.
Fuck yeah, you're right.
Okay, but it's going to be more interesting if your dick bounces the bar off.
Yeah, I mean, yes. This pole vaulting I'm not into talking the about mind of people since the 1960s. Like, this was the most prominent pole vaulting thing to ever happen.
I'm not talking about this. This is obviously cartoonishly hilarious and like one of the greatest things to happen. So it's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest things to happen to mankind. Absolutely, his dick went boing. Like, obviously, that's awesome.
Now you're getting it.
2,000 years from now, This is going to come up when people talk about the Olympics. Oh, hey, did you know the Olympics started in Greece? Oh, yeah, how fascinating. Yeah, anyway, so 1,000 years ago, in the year 2024, a man's penis was so big he lost. Amazing.
You know what? To go back to what I was saying, though, like one of the most frustrating things I've been like the most frustrating thing I've seen about the Olympics currently is people online complaining that like some women's beach volleyball teams have chosen to wear like actual clothes instead of just like the skimpiest
shorts,
G-strings, shorts. There's actual outrage about them wearing shorts because now Kumas can't look at their asses.
I'm going to let them in on a secret as well. I hate to tell you this women's volleyball team, it doesn't make a difference. The men who are looking at you for this are going to look at you regardless of what you're wearing.
That is true. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's not going to do anything.
But it's pathetic.
Yeah.
Go watch porn. Just watch porn. Jesus.
True. If you guys want to hear a funny fact about Anthony that I found out while looking this stuff up, he also was doing terribly. He was very low ranked in pole vaulting that day, so this incident is the only reason anyone's talking about him.
So he showed up, sucked, and then flicked his cock on the way out.
Yeah.
Literally went home with blue balls.
Well, that's a shame.
I mean, if you're going to go there and make a statement
money to do porn, I guess.
That's not
$250,000 to do a single porn thing is a lot. Like an actual
That's not
lot.
a lot. If you're like a pro athlete and you don't want to do that, I'd be offended if I got offered like $250K to show my cock. Like that's all it boils down to.
Well, it depends. We don't know his like usual income. Like how much does this guy make a year? Is 250 grand? That's a lot of money to almost everybody, right? Like a lot of people.
Surely pro athletes with like sponsorships and stuff are making more than that. Sure.
So it would be sponsorships. According to NBC, Olympic athletes are not paid, but if they win medals, they get cash bonuses from their country.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I think the cash bonus is like over in Australia, I think it's like $20,000 or something. It's like
which is not a lot. Look, if the gold medal is going to get me $40,000, I would 100% do a cam show for $250. Like
really?
$250,000 just to show my big famous penis? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Easy money.
People have already seen it bounce around on camera. At this point, what, like...
Okay, well, I feel like showing it now anyway is going to be disappointing. Like
he's on a ticking clock, man. People are going to forget about this soon. He's got to, while the Olympics is still going, whip that thing out and make some bank. Especially since he wasn't winning.
Fans.
If he was winning,
right, by the way, he ranked 11th, which is cringe and embarrassing. You're an embarrassment. Just
if he was winning,
show me your cock, Anthony.
If that man was winning and getting gold, I'd be like, no, don't do it. You have a career ahead of you. But he got 11th and didn't even qualify for the finals. Get on that fucking webcam stage, whip out your cock, make $250,000 and get the fuck out. That's it. That's your only option.
Objectifying. I feel like we're doing this. Like, imagine if we were talking about a woman right now. Like, you suck, get your fucking pussy out.
Okay, well, hang on. Yes, culturally, a woman is going to be more of a thing. But if there was an Olympic pole vaulting woman and her giant ass cheeks knocked over the bar, come on, same idea for sure.
Yeah, but I'm saying same idea, but you wouldn't be nearly as forthright with saying, I want to see those ass cheeks out now for $250K right now, bitch.
Wasn't there an athlete where her giant tits knocked it over? Didn't that happen a long time ago? Hang on a minute.
It was the same guy.
It was the same guy.
Jackson, this is called the burden of man. Yes, there is a double standard, but this is the burden we have to carry as men. And sometimes if your dick knocks the bar out of the pole vault thing, you're going to go viral.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I just don't like hypocrisy and I like consistency. I wish it was just more.
I think the same uproar would have happened if a woman's giant tits knocked the pole over. I think people would have been like, oh, let's talk about it for 3 days.
No, people would have been talking about it.
She'd be famous, no doubt. Yeah, she'd have a new podcast by now.
But I'm saying there wouldn't be like headlines of like we want to pay $250K to see those titties or whatever.
I think there would be people like criticizing it more than this.
There would be more people criticizing it for sure. But true. I mean, wouldn't there be? Think of the Hawk Tua girl. Right?
Yeah, it's just what I was going to say.
People begging for her to start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, but at the same time, like that's to my point. Like most people are being like, "You're weird for saying that." Like,
but you can still benefit. She's being offered money to make a fucking show, isn't she?
Yeah,
and it's like, think about this objectively. what does this human being add to anything? Like, who is she? What is her talent? She said one funny line on TikTok and that's it? And she gets a whole show off? Are you kidding?
Well, it's the same as Cash Me Outside chick. She like made a successful 10-year career.
She's a multimillionaire now. Yeah,
started on that girl.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
People
you had creepos literally counting that. There was a website. I remember this, by the way, where it was a countdown to her turning 18 and releasing her OnlyFans.
That was the number one. That was the number one website in activity over at Pitcairn Islands. Like
people,
that was their homepage.
They hosted it. It's on their fucking private server. People want lowbrow, Jackson. It's always going to be about sex and violence. That's what all of our entertainment always boils down to. So I it would be criticized, but I don't think people could be blamed if they would say, yeah, put the big boob chick on OnlyFans. Show us those famous tits that ruined the Olympics.
The knockers.
The knockers that knocked the bar. That would be your slogan.
I want to cash you outside.
Oh God, that probably did get said to her. Oh Jesus.
Has there been like the Hokta or whatever it is? I don't know the name. And then Cash Me Outside. Is there any like male equivalent to that? Can you guys remember anyone that's like been a guy that's been successful for saying one dumb shit? The only one I can think of, Jeremy Meeks or whatever it was. Remember Jeremy Meeks?
Jeremy Meeks, yeah, the guy who got in trouble for, I think he assaulted a person and he got a modeling deal out of it because he was handsome
fella.
He had a very traditionally handsome face and he got a modeling gig out of his mugshot. Which, to this day, by the way, causes great psychic distress to incels who fucking hate Jeremy Meeks. And he is one of the reasons they cite nowadays for their suicides and mass shootings. So, Jeremy Meeks, you ruined a whole generation of men. But yeah,
he's not even that attractive. He's not. He looks weird. This is what's so attractive that it doesn't matter if he's a criminal. We're gonna make him a celebrity.
Yeah,
he's not even that attractive.
But people just want sex
pretty good looking
and violence, man.
I don't think so. Maybe I'm broken. He doesn't look.
You're not a woman lusting over the dangerous man vibe. He definitely gives that, especially with a teardrop tattoo.
Oh yeah,
come on.
Yeah. What's wrong, Jackson? Are you not gay or something?
I guess not. Guess we've answered that question finally.
I just don't like his hollow cheekbones. Not a fan of that. His face looks pretty shriveled.
I thought there may have been a possibility I was gay when that pole vaulting video did something to me slightly, but I guess this proves it.
Yeah, everyone's a winner at the Olympics.
Especially that guy.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Jackson, what was your topic?
Oh, right. Sorry, Jackson.
Did I have a topic? Mine was the energy drinks, but let's see.
I know you wrote down Olympics.
Yeah, did you guys, I've been watching this story over the last week unfold. It's been fucking hilarious. I think he's a candidate for the presidency in the US. I'm not sure, but he's a politician regardless. RFK Jr. Have you guys been watching this guy? Have you heard of him? RFK Jr.?
I've heard the name, but I don't know about him. Robert F. Kennedy, yeah?
Yeah. He's such a fucking
cartoonishly
weird person. He's not a brother.
Like the guy who had his
JFK.
brains blown out?
No. I don't think he's a brother. Right? Yeah, that's him.
Well, like a relative.
He's got to be a relative with the name. Parents Robert F. Kennedy. Who's that? Is that him? No. Yep. No.
Yeah, Robert. I think he's Robert. Yeah. What about him?
So his dad was JFK's brother, maybe.
Let's see. He is the nephew of John F. Kennedy. So his dad, yeah.
Yeah, dad's the brother. Okay.
Dad's brother, yeah.
Regardless, obviously he's a part of a prestigious family. He's a politician, and he is one of the fucking strangest people I've ever watched. Like, there was a story that came out a few years ago where he had literal brain worms, apparently. Like, worms in his brain that were causing cognitive failure. And he's always been, like, whenever he's on, like, camera and stuff, he's a real weirdo. Like, he's just genuinely, like, a weird person.
Chad is tagging us saying he had a brainworm that died of starvation. I'm not lying.
This isn't a political story, by the way. This isn't like, this has nothing to do with politics.
No,
really.
Jackson, I'm following you on this thread because the Kennedys are one of the most cursed and baffling families to ever exist. Every one of them has something incredibly strange happen to them.
Yeah. So yeah, he that was the first story that like kind of piqued my interest, was the fact that he had a dead worm in his brain. Like, I don't even know how that happens.
This is my president, if you guys are asking, by the way.
Yeah, this is who you should vote for.
Yeah.
We're endorsing him. And then I think a day ago, a story broke that he apparently he hit and run a bear and then drove it up to Central Park in New York State, or New York, and dumped it in Central Park where bears don't exist. Like he killed an innocent bear and then dumped it in Central Park. And this was a story that was like gonna break through the New Yorker.
Okay, we need more detail here. So was it like roadkill? Did he accidentally drive over a bear?
Yeah,
I found the story if you want to go through it, Jackson.
Yeah, go for it.
So he was driving upstate one morning when he was in a car and the driver hit a bear cub. Mm-hmm. And then he pulled over. I guess he was driving. Okay, wait, he was driving. It says, oh, okay. Sorry. Someone, oh my God. That's okay. Someone else was driving on the road next to him and hit and killed a bear cub. So then Robert F. Kennedy pulled over, picked up the bear, put it in the back of his van to, and I quote, skin the bear because it was in very good condition and I'm going to put the meat in my refrigerator.
Okay, well, this explains how he got the brain worms, maybe. Maybe it's all connected.
Wait, can I play this clip? This is...
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. This is just a...
I think it's just one of those shit.
Okay, he doesn't actually talk. Sorry, this is an MSN.
Don't play videos from news websites. Yeah.
So it is apparently illegal for him to do that in New York State where he was, because you basically have to report the roadkill bear and be like, hey, this bear died of natural causes. I want to take the corpse home as roadkill.
Well, just imagine like a logical, normal person hits and runs an animal. You already feel probably pretty bad for doing that. Imagine getting out and then fucking actually taking the body to harvest it for meat. And it's not even an animal you hit or killed, apparently.
So like, the story goes, he had a busy day. He was thinking, okay, I'll just take this home and put the meat in my fridge. But he had a busy day and had to go to the airport. So he didn't want to leave a dead bear in the back of his van. And I'm quoting him, because that would have been bad. So he pulls over and buries the corpse in the woods.
It's not just the woods, it's Central Park.
I'm reading about the brainworm, by the way. It says, Kennedy has previously revealed that he had a parasitic worm in his brain, which he claimed causes cognitive issues and memory loss. This unusual medical condition dated back to around 2010, when Kennedy experienced symptoms such as, quote-unquote, brain fog, and difficulties with word retrieval and short-term memory.
Oh no, maybe I have a brainworm.
And this guy wants to be president.
Yeah, he's still running for president, and he was running at the time when he hit and killed that bear, by the way.
Oh my God. He's actually theorized that the burying of the bear corpse and handling it is where he got the brainworm.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be, right? Like eating deceased bear meat that's been sitting in your car all day is a potential brainworm.
Holy fucking crap. This guy is so weird.
He's so strange. And you can hear it whenever he talks and stuff. He's like a very eccentric person. But yeah, just the fact that he took a bear, he killed, like, maybe he didn't kill it, but he, like, you know, took the corpse of a bear, carried it, drove it all the way up to Central Park or whatever, which is not where bears exist, and then buried it as evidence for something. Like, why wouldn't he just, like, tell the authorities or someone, like the Wildlife Protection Agency or whatever, that, hey, there's a dead bear here? Instead, he buried it like it was evidence in a murder.
Let's even back up. Let's even back up. Who sees a roadkill bear and goes, that would make some good meat? I'm going to put that in my fridge.
Yeah.
And that was before he thinks he got the brainworm.
While running for president as well. This isn't just a random, like, fucking bum out on the streets or whatever. This is a man running for president who's actually in the race.
Man. What a wacko.
He is such a fucking eccentric character. He's so entertaining, though. I would absolutely vote for him.
Holy fucking shit.
Because I would vote for him because that's a man I believe would put bear meat on my plate every night of the week. He would be a provider for the country.
Yeah, no, I'm wondering. Like, I can't help but think, like, how does bear meat taste? It's not. I don't want to like shovel roadkill off the asphalt, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wait. Do you eat bear meat? Do you eat bear meat? Is that like a thing that people hunt?
No.
Not conventionally.
I don't think so.
What do you mean conventionally? We fire missiles at it?
So I mean, you can eat it, but a lot of people, it's not like a thing you'd find on a menu or traditionally eat. You know, like you can eat raccoons and possums, but people don't eat that.
Yeah, I'm more asking if like hunters go out and hunt bear for the meat.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, hunters definitely don't pull over on the side of the roads.
Well, that's not hunting. That's
off the...
scavenging at that point. That's just scavenging. Like the common fucking
I mean,
raccoon.
I wouldn't blame him if this was like Mad Max world, but like just buy chicken at Walmart. Why are you?
Maybe Robert's onto something with the brain parasite thing, because I just looked into why we don't typically eat bear meat, and it's because it has a high risk of parasites. Maybe it's all coming together now.
I guess that's how we get the worms.
Yeah, it's all the pieces are fitting together. I'm starting to see this puzzle.
What the fuck? In July 2024, Vanity Fair reported that in the late 1990s, when he was in his 40s, Kennedy engaged in sexual misconduct with one Eliza Cooney, a 23-year-old part-time babysitter for his children. When asked specifically about Cooney's allegation, Kennedy responded, quote, "I am not a church boy. I had a very, very rambunctious youth. I said in my announcement speech that I have so many skeletons in my closet that if they could all vote, I could run for king of the world." When pressed further, he said he had no comment. How is that your defense for sexual assault?
That's who you want as your president. A man who, when interviewed, goes, "I'm a bad person. I'm fucked up and deranged."
At least he's honest. You have to give him that,
True.
right?
No, you don't.
He's like, yeah, I did fuck the babysitter. You know, I did that. I had brain worms and she was hot.
He says, but wait, he says, I had a very, very rambunctious youth. He was in his 40s at this time, apparently.
He's at the prime of his youth in his 40s.
Well, to be fair, for Americans, that is very, very young. He's
for
basically
presidents,
a baby.
For presidents, that is a
right
baby.
Now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's a toddler.
What a fucking weird... You know what? I think I will vote for him. Thank you for reminding me of this guy, Jackson. I've got my vote locked.
How is there so much to this man? In July 2024, an image of Kennedy holding a charred animal carcass captured in 2010 surfaced in a Vanity Fair story which alleges that the carcass belonged to a dog and that Kennedy ate it. Kennedy denied that he ate dog meat and said that the animal carcass in the picture was a goat.
Oh my god.
This guy is insane.
This is an actual lunatic.
I guess... It looks like a scene out of Attack on Titan. What the fuck are they eating? It looks like a little human.
They look 100 feet tall, you're
skewer
right.
a dwarf?
Yeah, wait, it's on like a shish kebab, like a skewer.
What the fuck?
It looks dog sized, I guess.
Yeah. Oh god, that... you know what? I don't think I've ever been more excited for a candidate to win.
I want to see the debates with him in there. Honestly.
Oh, please. We need a three-way debate between the two front-runner parties and this guy.
Oh my god.
So
this is so, like, imagine visiting this guy just like for a casual Friday evening and he's like serving you parrots and extinguished monkeys or whatever the fuck. Like, hey, look what I just found on the roadside.
He seems like the kind of guy where if he says something weird, he'll say, "I'm sorry, my moon spirit is currently out of alignment. It's been ruining my April."
Oh yeah,
Just
Saturn
an unexplainable man.
Okay, in a 2012 divorce court deposition, he said that a parasitic worm had been found in his brain and chest, and that his neurological issues had been caused by a worm eating a portion of his brain. That was a quote. In addition, by the way, this worm stuff, in addition to mercury poisoning from eating large quantities of tuna fish. So he had mercury poisoning as well.
He's unironically, unexaggeratedly brain rotted, and he's running for president.
Successfully, by the way. He has people voting for him.
You can't blame tuna, by the way. I eat tuna too.
No, but he ate a lot.
Whatever the fuck this is.
Oh my god. Knowing him with mercury poisoning, I thought he was going to say because I ate thermometers as a kid. Like, I didn't expect tuna. Holy shit.
Maybe he has that, what is that condition called where people eat anything? Is it pica? Pica?
I don't know.
Pica, yes. Pica,
What do you mean
P-I-C-A. P-I-C-A. I looked this up not too long ago.
What do you mean by eating anything? Like genuinely anything? Or any
So
food?
pica, it's like
eating disorder.
People who eat pretty much anything, like pica is the eating or craving of things that are not food. It is classified as an eating disorder, but can also be the result of an existing mental disorder. It's like when like Jackson, imagine a woman who tears open her pillow and starts eating the cotton inside. Like that's pica.
Okay.
And some people just have that odd condition.
There's a man who got famous for it in the 2000s. He ate an entire plane over the course of a few years. Yeah. This may or may not be a YouTube video I've been working on. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So there's a lot of famous people with pica throughout history. You have as well Terrare, who you might have heard of. He was the Frenchman in the 1400s who they said like ate a baby.
Eat a baby?
Yeah, ate a baby, ate like cow maneuver, rotten corpses, dogs, like all sorts of terrible shit. But basically it's a compulsion. They just eat anything, no matter what it is.
Well, this doesn't seem like that to me. He's still eating like food. He's just doing it in a very
no. He seems very happy, and he genuinely looks like a fucking again.
Yeah,
it's very nerdy for me to make this reference, but he genuinely does look like an Attack on Titan character.
He does,
just chowing down on a little. Whatever the fuck this animal is, a dog?
It's either a goat or a dog.
I think it's just straightforward. He really does have brain rot. I mean, he proved it with the worms. There's just something in his brain that's broken, and he just doesn't think about things.
Oh, interesting. That picture right there. So he said it was a goat, but here it says a veterinarian who examined the photograph of him eating the animal says the carcass is a canine, pointing to the 13 pairs of ribs, which include the telltale floating rib found in dogs. So yeah, if that's true, then that's a dog. If a veterinarian said that.
Yeah, I mean, he just eats it.
You sit down to have a conversation with me and you say Robert F. Kennedy ate a dog once, I just say, yep.
Yeah, I
believe you. Sounds like him.
You want to know something very surprising, though? Kennedy, this Robert F. Kennedy, was a founding board member of the Food Allergy Initiative. So he's the one deciding what people shouldn't eat for food allergies.
He wanted clearance so he could eat more dogs. He's secretly biding his time.
Yeah. Ah, man.
You guys cannot tell, but I'm secretly switching the photos back and forth. It's actually two different photos.
Yeah, what's the difference between these two photos?
One of them is a screenshot from Attack on Titan, and the other is RFK Jr. This is so odd to me. I like that they censored the lady here in the back, like having a little bite of a chicken leg. Or like a dog leg, I guess. I don't even know anymore.
Oh, fuck, that's so
Christ.
Funny. Where the fuck did this happen? Like, where is he? At his cult?
If you go over his fucking Wikipedia page, it's endless amounts of this kind of fucking controversies and stuff. Career. The fucking first thing in his career is conviction for heroin possession. How is this possible?
This guy kicks ass, actually. I'm kind of in.
Like, if you just scroll down on the career, it's just cool. Endless. It's just endless.
Riverkeeper?
I don't know what any of them mean.
Pace Environment Litigation Clinic, Waterkeeper Alliance, Kennedy Madonna LLP.
There's an entire category on nuclear power, so apparently he's weighing it on that. Political asteroid. Yeah, it's just
he resigned from the board of directors of an eco company in January 2018. International and indigenous rights. Jesus.
This is my.
What is a VIX?
This is my book report guy of the week. Like every now and then, trawling the internet, I find people that just utterly fascinate me. And this week, it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Like this guy's amazing. I love this.
I'm gonna need to look more into him for sure. I only knew about the brain worms and the bear meat, but he is endless. He seems endless.
You caught my attention with brain worms, and then you had my attention with eating bear meat off the side of the road. But then what really got me invested in this multi-series is when he said, I think that bear is what gave me brain worms. Like, holy shit.
Man, what a weird individual. All right. That's it. Do you guys have anything else?
No.
We could talk Chernobyl a bit, but we don't have to.
I feel like so you just watched the first wait. You just watched the first 2 episodes, right?
I watched the first 2 episodes. That's right.
Do you think you'll be finished by next week?
That's difficult.
Talking about the HBO Chernobyl, right?
Yeah, the Chernobyl show. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would say maybe I would finish by then. Yeah.
Well, you'd probably be deeper. I feel like we should just wait till next week.
Okay, we can wait till I finish it. That'll be a warning for you all out there. There's a good chance we'll be talking Chernobyl in detail soon.
Oh yeah, we could do like a movie book report kind of thing. Everyone in the audience, go watch Chernobyl this week, and then we can talk about it next week.
If you care and don't want to be spoiled on Chernobyl, now's your chance. You have a week's notice at minimum to watch it and not get spoiled, because I will probably finish it by next week.
Yeah,
just letting you know.
Let's talk about. I'm going to watch it again in this next week. It's great.
Sure.
All right. That's going to do it for this week's episode of the official podcast. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Big thank you for showing up and still supporting the show. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for bonus episodes, bonus content, as well as early ad-free access to all of our shows. So you can head on over there and support the show that way. It really does mean a lot to us, especially these days. So thank you for still supporting us. Other than that, we'll see you next week when we talk about Chernobyl and other stuff that's happening. Maybe we should do like a more detailed deep dive into Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and see what else.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Is there.
If any of you intrepid artists out there want to get really cool, I think now that we have 3 hosts, this is perfect. Draw Jackson, Kaya, and myself as the 3 viral Olympic shooters.
Oh yeah.
I think we know who Kaya is. It's pretty obvious, but
he's a
dealer's
South Korean
choice for
woman.
the other 2. Yeah, make Jackson the hot woman and make me the JoJo's character.
No, make me the guy with the big cock just in the background with the big cock. Like jumping over them. Hitting them in the back of their heads
like
with
gun bumps on your bulge.
Yeah,
God,
yeah. That'd
look,
be awesome.
just look at it with your eyes squinted. It really is the 3 of us in an anime. Jesus Christ.
It really is. Yeah. If you do draw that, tag us and we'll throw it in next week's episode as well. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. We'll put it on screen.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.